Right, last week when I was a Stormont, I did say I mentioned the Kilbroney show, and I did say that maybe the Stormont show topped it. To be honest, it actually is a few years since I've been to the Kilbroney show, so I decided I'll come along and check it out and see what was accurate. Some people in the comments on the Facebook groups and stuff disagreed, where some people did agree. So we'll see. The sky's looking a wee bit grim there, but so far at the minute it is dry. So I'll get a look around and just in case it does rain, and try and make the most of this. I did just come as a spectator today, left the Civic at home, which is good too. Where you can just go to the car show and just forget about it. Just walk on in, no worries about cleaning. Straight away, I'm on the show maybe about 5 minutes now, and on volume of cars, I think there is more here than there was in Stormont, but I'll stick by my guns and say that Stormont's definitely a better venue. But, you're just about getting away with the grass is a bit soft. It was a wee bit rain and it was a wee bit wet this week, but it's okay. It's just, but had it been any worse, the grass would have been a wee bit soggy, but and it was a wee bit bumpy and lumpy coming in there, so I'm glad I didn't bring the Civic because I might have been catching it even with it risen up at full height. So, but well, there's some things in here that are low enough, so maybe I would have been alright. But I honestly think they might have declined me just for maybe the car been too modern and stuff, but it's nice to sort of get up and not worry and just go on and go to the show, and I'm not worried about my own car for a change, and just look at everybody else's cars and head on again. This is something the Ford guys could answer. I'm not big into the classic Fords, but that looks like a Granada front end, but it's two-door, which is something I've never seen before. I didn't realise that was a thing. Is this a rare car? Or, well, look at the back. Cortina. Okay, it's a Cortina. Well, it's very like the sort of, what would you say, late 80s Granada front end, but it's a Cortina. Not something I know anything about. I would say it's a rare Ford because I've never seen one before. GT4, probably one of the best cars to come out of the 90s from Japan. Just an all-round. That's an all-round good car. Just. Celica GT4. One thing I'll say now, I am not a professional video maker, and I'm sure even professionals make a mistake. Last week, I know I did make a mistake. I went in up to the top of the hill at Stormont, and I mentioned about the 60 plus DeLoreans, and then I got caught up talking to people, and I forgot to film the DeLoreans. So if I see any DeLoreans here today, I'll get you in a film. We have Minis in Northern Ireland. Must be a club. wee Yellern. I sort of like that wee pink one. That's not something, but I like the wee body kit and stuff on it. I think it's cool. I'd maybe have it personally. Yes, it's very cool for a girl, but I'd have it maybe in a different colour. But I like the body kit on it. I like that. Wee Clubman 1275 GT. I think that's probably my pick of the bunch here. Just the way that's set up. That's just, and the colour. I like the Clubman. It looks like black leather interior and stuff on it. Yeah, that's the pick of the bunch for me. Although, yeah, the sports spec arches and stuff is definitely a good look too. I wonder if anybody put the sports spec arches on a Clubman before, or what way that would work. Just so you can get a better dished wheel on there. See, the sports spec arches does a wee bit cut out there for the side repeater, which isn't on the side of the Clubman, but I'm sure a body man could rework that so to work them bigger arches onto the car. Yeah, that's sort of a I got one too. The Morris Cooper. She's well decked out inside. I don't know if you can see through that. These monies are barricaded off, so I think it's hard to beat that. The old pop-up lights. I think we're looking at here when I get the windows in it. I like that sort of colourless. It gives you a better view of the interior. That's unbelievable. How would you do it? How would you get manufacturers to go back? Fantastic condition. Sort of, I don't know why I'm getting a very Dukes of Hazzard vibe of that, just with the wheels and the orange. I'm seeing the old woman in the back. Is that what he's trying to actually achieve there? Another GT4. Brilliant car. This is a later model GT4, which I think had a little bit more horsepower, but I prefer that shape. Gorgeous car there. Again, like the Stormont show last week, with the sheer volume of cars here, it's going to be absolutely impossible to film every single car here. Not possible. But I'm just sort of picking out cars here and there, which just sort of stands out to me. And that's not to say they're not all fantastic cars, they are. But yeah, impossible to film them all. But I'll do my best and get as many in the video in as short a time as possible, just so you're not. I don't want to make a 2-hour video, but I don't think too many would sit to the end to watch it. So that would be just pointless. So I'll see what I can see here. Definitely a really good turnout of people here, as well as the cars at the show. Just as I was coming on the gates, I didn't arrive till about 12 o'clock there. And just as I was coming in through the gates, I did overhear the car park attendant saying, "What? We're going to have to close it. We're going to have to close it," because I think they were full to capacity. So nobody else was getting in unless people started to leave. I did say I've not been able to film every single car, so I will try and find cars that I didn't film last week, and so just so you're not watching the same cars over again. I like this mod that this Capri owners did. It's sort of like a tinted lens, or it's like just like a bit of black plastic that is tinted and paint over the lights. But I like that. That sort of changes the front end of it. See that? It just sort of, it's very neatly done. It's not on your up very, very close like that, but you notice what it's sort of a DIY modification, but I like it. I like that style of stuff. There's people doing their own thing and not just copying everybody else. Somebody using a bit of imagination and creativity and sort of making their own car. I'll remember that car when I see it again. Where, yeah, the run-of-the-mill Capri is very nice, but if I see it next week again, I'll not remember it. Where I'll remember that car because it was mod in the headlights. Here we've got a very stock-looking Honda, which is, on one hand, very nice to see. But I do like sort of the Kanjo Osaka style Hondas. Probably best, but I didn't get a car like that, for it wouldn't be staying OEM. Good. Another EK. Oh, we've got a few Hondas. A big empty space here. So that the show wasn't full to capacity. All you stance guys out there, let me tell you something. You're only amateurs. You're only amateurs. Saturn was doing it right maybe 50 or 60 years ago. I think it's one of the most beautiful cars ever made. The French are very, very good at doing that. It's making that sort of quirky design and pulling off designs that nobody else would have at the time. That was a very, very futuristic, very bold and daring design, and it paid off. At one stage, I believe the Citroen DS was the best selling car in the world, and I believe it was the best selling car in the world. I think in its initial launch, that held a record. I can't remember the numbers, but it held the record that wasn't beaten onto sad to say this, onto the launch of the first Tesla. So, the launch day, whenever that car was launched, the sales of it was record breaking, and it wasn't beaten onto the launch of the first Tesla. There's so many nice cars here. You're afraid of overlooking stuff, but again, yeah, impossible to film everything. And there's going to be stuff that I'll completely miss. Just walk by because I'm distracted.
I'm still.
I think they were lovely wee cars of their time. Wee Anglias. again, just when manufacturers were designing something, and everything had a, a purposeful design. Nowadays a lot of manufacturers are very guilty of sort of mirroring each other's designs, and it's a lot of cars. That's why I like the wee Nissan Cube and stuff, where that's a car that is off its own. There's nothing else like it. About 2 minutes ago I did say about liking cars that had a quirky and original design that was sort of individual. It was I spied a car up here, and I know it's a car a lot of people laugh at, a lot of people scoff at, but I like it and I admire it because it was bold, it was adventurous, it was one of a kind. Just a pity that one wasn't a wee bit better looked after. So you do. Not in the best condition, but they were actually a very good car, and the interior design was brilliant, and was copied by a lot of manufacturers after that. The sort of the six-seater design. Deadly. I could just pause there and look at that all day. Yep, I know the stuff like these 180 and stuff is very popular, but that's for me that's a sort of Japanese car I'd love. Again, last week I maybe picked out the wee E30 has been my car of shoe, just because it was something I would want myself, something I'd want to take home. And this is almost that. Needs a wee bit of TLC here and there, but I'd say it's 80% good. wee things, but it's the car's there and it's on the road, so. He's a true Honda boy. We've got the MG Owners Club. We're not getting any ZRs or anything in here yet. I chop and change cars over the years, and people would say things about MGs, but one of the cars I kept the longest was my MG ZR. I kept it like 4.5 years, and when I was a bit younger, I drove the life out of it, and that never gave me any trouble. I serviced it regularly, and that was a good car. I had no complaints about it. I'm feeling the rain starting, and some of the cars are starting to leave, so I'm gonna be quick and get round. Although that wasn't what the weather forecasted. The weather forecasted for it to be wet in the morning and to dry up in the evening. So it's sort of done the opposite way around. But that's two things. You can't trust the BBC and you can't trust the weather. awful shame about the weather, but it's something we can do nothing about in this country. It's just unpredictable, and you never know what it's going to do. But yeah, I was very wet there. It's dried up for a moment, so I'm going to take a wee quick buzz around and before it starts raining.
There's got to be one somewhere.
Now, I try my best to bring you exclusive content. But yeah, last week, if you watch the video in Stormont, you'll see what I pointed out a car, a Mitsubishi Celeste. I'll get the pronunciation right. And there was a thing on the windscreen, and the owner did tell me that it was one of only two in Northern Ireland. I found the other one. So, the other green one was lovely, but this one, it's more my style, just with the wheels and stuff on it. I think I was about to say it's a slightly different grille from the one I seen last week. Yeah, I spotted it straight away because I remembered the sort of vent on the back window. And then I just double checked to make sure, and Celeste. So yeah, here we go. Another very special car. So it's a Mitsubishi Colt Celeste. Well, that one seems to have a slightly sportier interior. So just whether that's been retrimmed or that's just what it came with. Check that out. That's old school cool there. Forget about listening to me. Now that's tidy. Right. Got distracted. See how you get distracted. But, yes, the Mitsubishi Celeste. A very special car. One of only two in Northern Ireland, and yes, we did see the other one last week. Another very rare machine, the Reynolds Alpine. Really a treat for the eyes, just so much to look at on it, all the wee different features. Again, credit to the French for designing really unique cars. And I maybe said if I've seen a DeLorean, I would film it. I think this is actually the only DeLorean I managed to get in the video last week. I know it straight away because of the Nanking and the tyres. But he went to another show. I see he's got a bit of Back to the Future with him. The hoverboard. But again, what I said earlier about the Capri and the headlights. All them DeLoreans look the same, but he did that. You're right. That's something a wee bit different with the tyres. So I remember the car straight away, and there's no mistaking it for any of the other ones. They're there to be different and make your car stand out, and people will remember it when they see it. I'll take a wee look over the trade stands. Probably sometimes isn't the best idea. You end up buying something. They have some monstrous signage. Must have been former car dealership signs. Some models, but I know before I even look, it's nothing really what I'm after. There is a few 1/18 scale, but nothing that's on my radar. Besides this Vauxhall sign. Tools. I always keep the eyes peeled for the model cars traders, but I think there's not so many of them here this year. Hopefully I'll be able to catch enough just to give you an idea of the show here. Yeah, with that heavy rain that come on there, a lot of the cars did clear out, understandably, before they get stuck in the mud. Well, a nice E30. Cars are really starting to go out now. That the Subaru WRX and those mirrors on it and the wheels, that's my car there. Perfection. Perfection. And I think the old classic Subaru really suits silver as well. And the way that was set up there with those wheels. Lovely. There's a trader here with some interesting bits of art. Wonder could I get them to make me a Civic one. Very well done, sort of carved into the wood. No, hand painted. Hmm.
We had found it.
Got Grand Theft Auto. Good. Something about them old Corollas. I'd love one. Oh, I did find a stall with 118 scale model cars, but he wanted 80 quid for a Solido, so which was ridiculous. Nice wee Ford Orion. It's one of the old Fords I like that I would buy. I don't know, something about it with the saloon bit and stuff on it. I'm sorry, Ford boys, I think they're a nicer car than the Escort. Well, Cadillac there's deadly, but that's a beast, that's a monster compared to a Sierra. I wouldn't like to be driving it on some of the tight country roads. Nice E36 M3 and the Corolla, like a Clubman van. With a Countryman or something maybe there. That's deadly. And the polished wheels. Deadly. All right, Corolla. That's another wee Clubman. The wheels do nothing for me, but the car looks fantastic. But each to their own. Yes. We got Escorts. I think we've got a bunch of soft grass here. GTA. Not much the MR2. Sort of a classic car. I would love if I could live with a two-seater. I would love one of them. I think I'll call it a day there. Definitely was it's a good show. It's a pity about the weather. There's nothing you can do about that. But definitely a good turnout. And some lovely cars. But it's like this Beetle here that I don't want to walk past without catching it. Or I like a lot of things. A Beetle would be another one of them. Well, you never know. Maybe if I can get 100,000 subscribers sometime. You never know what I could fill a garage full of, but no, I know that's never happening. So that was Kilbroney 2024. Definitely a good show, a good day out. But I think I'll stick with what I said last week. Yes, this is a good show and it's got the volume and it's a nice backdrop and stuff here, but I think Stormont is a better location. Just with you've got tarmac to walk on. But both shoes are a brilliant day out. Don't get me wrong. And this was definitely worth it coming to. And hopefully, I was able to catch something there that would convince you maybe to visit this show another year. As ever, I don't know when I'll be next making a video or what that video is going to be about. I'm not sure, but I'll see you when I see you. Praise the Lord for every single day. Goodbye. This is my new Nissan Cube. It does need a wash, but I have got plans for it. I've got wheels, I've got BC Racing coilovers, I've got a wee spoiler ordered for it. So watch this space. I'll maybe do a video on the Cube. I like this. I like this one. I like the old one, but I think this one's better.